Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is...
Randall, aka Shizukatz. What's up, everybody?
And we are really excited to bring you the beginning of our JoJo Part 3 / Part 6 / Part 5 content block here with the first gameplay video we have. Obviously, the first gameplay, as you guys are used to now, will always feature our featured deck profile. So what do we have on that side, Randall?
We have the 6-choice 2 pants JoJo's build. This is the one that has shown a lot of success in Japan relative to some of the other builds that are makeable with the Part 3 and Part 6 sets. Honestly, I think the highlight of this deck is not as much in the Climax combo, especially not the Enrico Pucci combo. This is a end of attack. You can Mocha 2 yourself and then reveal top, and if it's a character, add it to hand. I personally don't think this combo is really the superstar of the level 1 line. Rather, I think that it's more of just a color reasoning to play really powerful cards like these two that can debuff the opponent's level 1 board and just give your opponent a hard time. So this one gives minus 6k on play. If I hit a top check, this one I can just rest it to give minus 3k power. And so just really strong in that respect.
Yeah.
At level 2, though, we are running a very tricky it's one of the character and 2 copies of the Climax. Which is the Whitesnake. This Climax combo can delete all opponents' names everywhere. So, like, probably the most extreme example of this being like really effective is against like Kanata, because it just prevents them from using Bond or Change and like a plethora of other effects that they really want to use.
Yep.
But there are things here and there that this can be really good against, like Quince, or in this matchup, nice Luciferos, bro. Like.
Yep. Just all my cards will just become nameless, and they can't gain names. So, like Futaro can't pretend to be Yotsuba. If you have this Climax combo on the line.
And then our level 3 is definitely the most normal of our 3 Climax combos. It's a fairly strong card, 11k healer, end of attack, pay 1, ditch 2, burn 4, and then if there's a reversed opponent across from her, we additionally get to burn 1. Pretty solid and powerful combo.
Yeah, and it goes along really well with her own specific support, which is the 3/2 that allows you to summon her and also bring out one of your opponent's characters from Wade Room, so your opponent doesn't really get to crash to prevent the reverses. You can just summon something again for Jolene to reverse.
Yep.
And blue is a really cool color in this set because you have that really strong early play 3/2. And
weather report is correct.
Yeah, just show me the weather. Like, holy moly. All right. On my end, we're going to feature a deck that we haven't touched on the Tressa's Collectibles channel in quite a while. It's Guilty Gear Strive. It's been, ever since its release, it's kind of topped here and there, but I don't think any one particular build has found extreme major success, or maybe there's like a consensus on what a best Climax combo lineup is. But for the time being today, we are going to be featuring the kind of good old conventional lineup of 5/3 standby bar, starting with the level 1 Jackal combo, standbying into the 2/2 Baiken combo, just an extra 5th standby just to increase the standby count. And then the goal of this deck is at level 2 we want to standby out the level 3 Ramlethal, which can Climax combo to summon 2 1/0 Luciferos that get additional soul and get really big, and then they all can have individual burns. So we're going to turn up the pressure at level 2 and hopefully be able to really throw our opponent's game off and just basically play our finishers at level 2. And then if they're not dead and they hit us back, we'll 3-stock Ramlethal and we'll just go again. Yeah, but I can't summon Luciferos if they don't have names, so...
True. Yeah, a lot of girl power between these 2 decks, though. You are playing 3 very strong, independent women in the Guilty Gear Strive
They definitely don't need no man. They are Eno, Baiken, and Ramlethal are the femme fatales.
Yeah, Ramlethal don't need no man, she just need hamburger.
She eat.
And on my end, we have Jolene, which is the first ever female main character for the JoJo series.
Yep.
And so, unfortunately, she's not going to be making too much of an appearance until level 3 because we are going to be using like the Enrico Pucci and the Whitesnake combos up until then.
Yep.
But there are some other Jolene cards in the deck, like the Brainstorm and this really cracked level 0.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that in action because, man, that card just performs as crazy as it reads. Really is something else. And we're going to be featuring the Golden Wind playmats here because the Part 3 and Part 6 releases did not come with their own playmats as they are premium boosters. So we're going to throw it back to a good old 2019-2020 release here. All right. I'm going first. Draw 5. Alright, let's pitch 3 here.
I am going to pitch 2 here. Get a couple soul triggers into the waiting room for our choice as well.
Great idea. Okay.
And
alright, let's start this game off. Draw for turn. Interesting. Alright, well, let's clock an Axel to draw 2. And then we'll start with a Kai, Blood of Juno. During my opponent's turn, if they have 3 or less characters, he gets 15 and 1 level. And on death, discard one top check 4, add up to level 1 or higher character.
Sure. Can I double check the Axel again? He's like, he's just Bell, right?
Yeah, yes, because he only has that effect.
Yeah.
Additionally, I'm going to plant an Axel in the back row, just in case you do have an answer to the Kai. And I'm going to play Standby. Standbying out the Jackal that I discarded for Mulligan.
Sure.
And going to attack.
Yeah.
Direct for 2.
2. Okay, so we do have some experience targets for later, but ideally we would like to be leveling yellow first for our level 1 combo. So this, it's been a while. This is a, if I have 3 or less characters, this is 3k level 1. Okay. All right, let's draw for turn. I'm going to start by clocking the Whitesnake. Ideally, I would like to get another yellow level 3 into my clock so that I can level that and not have to level Whitesnake.
You do want experience 3 at level 1 and experience 6 at level 2 in this deck.
All right, let's see. What's the plan? So that is 3k.
Yep, 3k.
All right. We're going to start by playing Whitesnake, and I'm going to use his effect just for top check information. So I'll discard this Mista and then reveal top, and then I'll just get this Mista back into my hand. And additionally, I'm going to use his other effect. On play, I choose one of my opponent's characters and up to one of its traits. If that character has any markers, it loses all its markers, and then it loses the chosen trait. So I'm going to remove Guilty Gear trait from this card.
Okay, he is no longer a gear.
And then we are going to play Mista. On play, he's going to gain 1,500, going up to 3,500. And I will go to attack phase.
Alright, let's see. Do we want to use the Axel to +1?
Well, just reminder, he is not Guilty Gear trait anymore.
Right, okay. I cannot do that. Alright, then
I mean, you
nothing...
you can.
I can! Nothing would happen.
You would just bounce back that Jackal
in my head I thought that he had a secondary trait that I could also bounce back, and I forgot that this set is only Mono Guilty Gear, so... Right, yeah, go ahead.
We got him. Alright.
You definitely got me.
Mista will front for 2.
1, 2. Yep.
And then Whitesnake will direct, also for 2.
Okay. 2's good.
Alright.
On death, we will pitch a Jackal. Actually, do you want to pitch a Jackal?
You don't really need more than one Jackal.
I don't, but at the same time, I do want... Let's throw Lucifero here, because if I draw a Brainstorm and I play a Climax, I can then send the Lucifero to memory, and I don't have any other target in here yet. So we'll pitch that, and we can top check up to 4, add a level 1 or higher card. Only target, and we'll add the Climax Swapper.
Okay, go ahead.
Draw for turn. We don't need this many Axels, so we'll clock 1.
How many Axels are in this deck? Are there a full 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we'll push these up. And let's just Triling. We'll just play a Soul Prototype Gear. He's normally a support, but for lack of better things to play in our front row right now, that's just what we're going to go with.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm going to stand by... Guess we'll stand by Lucifero.
How many are you out?
Just don't even worry about it. play standby.
Yep.
Actually, I think I'm going to standby this out because I feel like I might need that mill in the upcoming turn. So, okay. We'll talk with this last because we do have plenty of targets and we want to lessen our chances of triggering a climax. So let's go with a direct attack first. Hello? Goldbar for 2.
Take 2.
Okay. Front for 1.
Take 1. These are all the blue ones, man.
And front, Climax combo. Let's see. We'll pitch Baiken. And sack the Climax. And search 2. Let's see. Well, we definitely want a Brainstorm. We don't have one of those yet. And then... I think I want to turn up the pressure, so I'm going to search for a Lucifero. So that I can have a pretty decent attacker next turn. Yeah, this seems pretty nice.
3 soul attacker.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Trigger. For 2.
1, 2. Take the 2. I am just going to be leveling blue here. I'm going to just clock yellow from my hand. I have 2 chances to put yellow into my clock next turn because I'm going to be playing the Jolene. Now I just need to figure out which of these is the best one to toss. I think probably one of the copies of the weather report. And then we'll go to 1-1. Okay.
Alright, that's all from me. Your go.
Draw for turn. Okay. Well, I'm going to clock Jolene, and then I know I'm going to play the level 1 Jolene in my hand this turn, so I'm just going to try to draw something yellow off of this clock draw 2 that I can clock off that. Okay, cool. So we're going to play the Jolene, and we're going to use her on-play effect, pay 1, put a card from our hand into clock. We're going to clock this level 3 Giorno that we just got from Golden Wind. And the effect is top check 6, add up to 2 stand user or stand characters to my hand, and send the rest away.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, got some pretty good choices here. I'm going to go with the Brainstorm and the... Guess.
Sure.
Guess. It's like guess in the katakana.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. All right, let's
Weiss.
East? I thought you said West. All right, let's see. What is next? So your board is all base.
They're all base, yeah.
I think we will go with the Geese, I don't know his name. The NGGD. Yeah. On play, I reveal a top card of my deck. If it is a stand or stand user character, I get to choose one of your characters in the front row and make it lose 6,000 power until end of turn. That's a climax.
That is a climax. Interesting.
Methinks we're going to be brainstorming using that brainstorm I just got. So we'll brainstorm.
Yep.
And I have half a mind to get another one of these. So let's see. Currently, I can contest this, and I guess technically I can contest this. This also gives 1,000 at start of climax if I have experience 3, which I do. So would I rather grab something for this turn or just invest for the future? I think I'll grab something for this turn.
Okay.
And then we will play another one.
And here's another one. Oh, okay.
We're going to minus 6,000 that.
Okay.
So that you cannot bounce it back to your hand to try to reuse with like your Axle. And we'll move these around. So that way I can contest the whole board.
Yep.
Parznan?
6
6
hand.
Okay, I think I do want to force the issue since you are out a bunch by playing a Climax. So that is what we're going to do. At start of Climax phase, I'm going to use the effect to give 1k here, and then I will play a Pants Climax with no combo. This is just my level 3 Pants.
Sure. So I do have the option of using Axel's effect here, but I want to take stock of the overall situation. So can I see your waiting, please?
Currently, I'm out 3.
Okay, and then how many cards in hand?
I have 4 hand.
Okay. So obviously he didn't have a Climax combo, so we might be able to force him into kind of like a low econ state. I am out 5 in waiting room and I triggered a Goldbar, so we're up 6 here. I actually think that despite my instincts telling me to just leave the board as is, I might consider bouncing both back for the +2. And if I get hit to level 2, then I can just start going into Ramlethal on my next standby. And just like super accelerate the game. Given that right now he is kind of... just doesn't really have that many resources. If I also bounce both back, it is going to give me a higher chance of canceling the directs for 3s and 4s. So if I clock myself to 1-0 and I take 2 of them, I maybe go to like 2-0, 2-1. Honestly, I can't get through this deck on my first deck rotation anyways because I'm just out way too many and I don't have enough deck speed. So if anything, if I hit level 2 this upcoming turn, it's probably more beneficial than not. Okay, I'm actually going to pay the cost on the Axel then. So we'll pay 1 and clock from top deck. Yep. Level red. Because I have no green. Bounce him back and then bounce the soul back.
Alright, here we go. Direct for 4.
Here's some big swings. Forward sticks as expected.
Direct for 3.
Yeah, so here if we cancel one of them, then I'll be happy.
Okay.
And so we are happy here.
And then a direct for 3 and a choice. What do we want to get here? Maybe we grab the Whitesnake.
Oh, interesting.
To try to thwart any potential Ramlethal nonsense going on here. What is the Climax spread in your waiting room? Is it 1 Biken, 3 Jacko?
It's 4 Jacko.
4
no
Jacko?
Biken. Yeah, 4 Jacko, 2 Bar. Is the 6 I have showing in my waiting room here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Can I check waiting room again? Okay. So I know you have a Goldbar. So for me, the question becomes, do you have... because I'm pretty sure you got... did you get... no, you got the... do you have both remaining Climaxes in your hand? Because if you do, that would allow you to do standby into Goldbar on back-to-back turns. And if that's the case, should I be worried about that? I think given that there's not a whole lot of other amazing choices right now, I think we will just go with the Whitesnake.
Sure. Can I read the Whitesnake just to double check that I am all caught up on the text here?
Yeah.
Make sure the intricacies of this. So 2,500 per back row. Climax combo gets 1,000. And then I lose all names and don't get names. Okay.
And this is going to be for 3.
Sure. Level.
Okay.
Alright. This turned out as expected, I think. Which is fine.
Over to you.
Draw for turn. No clock. I'm going to start with a Climax Swapper. Pay 1, discard the Goldbar that we triggered last turn. Grab the Jacko standby, play Jacko. Let me push up Kai, I think, and then we'll play a Ramlethal. And I think I do want to Brainstorm here. Brainstorm 4, trigger 3 times, search 2, leave my deck with 2 cards left. Not too shabby, so we'll go ahead and Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4 with, okay.
So the one Climax that we don't know about is the Biken Standby.
Correct.
And given that you Climax swapped, I'm pretty sure that that means it's just still in your deck.
Mm-hmm. Accurate assumptions. All right, let's see. I think this configuration is fine. Everything's just bigger.
I mean, my dudes are 500.
Yep. All right, let me just double check to see if there's anything else that I want to do here. No, I think that's good. All right. Going to standby.
Mm-hmm.
Standby out Ramlethal. And then when I play a Climax, I will send a copy of the Lucifero level 1 off of Ramlethal Brainstorm's effect to my memory, and I give a character 1000, so I'll just give it here.
Sure.
With a 7-card deck and 1 Climax, I have to consider whether I want to search for as many options as possible or lessen my odds of hitting a Climax. It wouldn't actually be super bad for me to just standby out another Ramlethal. It's like not the worst.
My train of thought here is you always attack here first.
Yes,
because
definitely.
if you trigger standby, you play over this and you can Fuka, and because the Climax combo will be sending the Climax to waiting room anyway as part of the cost, you are able to try to go back 8 that way, or 7 that way if you trigger the Climax.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we'll see what the first trigger holds then first. So this is fronting for 1. For 1.
What? So this card has this really cool effect that I'm sure we've never seen before ever, where when this card is during this card's battle, if I cancel the damage, I get it back in my hand.
This is upsetting. I'm upset. Okay, all right. I think we'll attack here next.
Okay, sure.
For 2.
Take 2.
If he cancels this.
Ain't no way.
Alright, so we're going to declare front Climax combo. We'll pitch... What are we pitching? Let's pitch an Axle and send the Climax to waiting room. Search 2. Let's grab Climax Swapper Lucifero. Actually, maybe not Lucifero. We'll do a... No, we'll look at Lucifero after all. There you go.
Alright. I think in this position, I would prefer for the standby to be the bottom card of your deck, so that way if you can... you're not triggering it, and also when you cancel, it won't go back in.
Okay, trigger. 1.
Can you imagine that whole...
I can. I just saw it happen once. Alright, that ends my turn. Go for it.
Man, we love free cards. Draw for turn. Do I want to clock here? Probably not. I think I want to keep my ratio as good as possible going forward. And then I know you don't have Goldbar in your hand, because all 3 of them are in there.
Yes.
So I'm not super afraid of you doing any silly nonsense with Ramlethal quite yet, unless you just
Draw next turn.
draw it, or if you cancel with a Goldbar and draw a Climax, which definitely could happen, but I'm going to bank on that not happening.
Yeah, we play the odds.
So what we're going to do first is I'm going to start with a Jolene Brainstorm. And with this, if I hit the Climax in my deck, I can grab a level 1 combo. And we do not hit. Okay. I'm going to follow that up with...
You have 5 in waiting room?
I have 6 in waiting room.
6 in waiting room. Okay.
I'm going to follow that up with a Whitesnake.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the effect discarding... Let's see, there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Last one's in my deck, I think. I'm going to discard a Jolene level 3, reveal the top card of my deck. It is a 0, so I will get a 0 back. Can I check the...
Yeah, that is if all of my characters are Guilty Gear.
Okay, well, they're not all going to be Guilty Gear, so...
Yeah, one of them is going to be Innocent Gear now. Very not guilty.
I think we can just get another Whitesnake from this position.
Sure.
Is that what we're gonna do? Another Whitesnake? Let me think for a sec. Is it another Whitesnake? Actually, now that I think about it, do I need to go for... Do I really need to... I don't really need to go for a Poochie combo. It would only be... I would only be going for one combo if I went for Poochie right now. So I think it might actually be better to go for a second Brainstorm here. And then just... Because, so the thing is that I don't have the right Climax in my hand. Yeah, so I would have to play Climax Swap.
The level 2 Climax, right?
I have a Climax. I think.
Oh, what is missing? What are the 2 missing?
Well, there are 2 of this in my waiting room.
Okay.
So I would have to play Climax Swap in order to just Poochie once, which is not that great. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm going to see if I can hit the 66%
on the Brainstorm.
On the Brainstorm. But first, since I know I have a guaranteed card on top... Oh, well, first of all, I'm going to minus trait on that. And then we'll play this and we'll pop that.
Minus 6k. Very rude.
We'll play another Brainstorm and we'll Brainstorm. And we hit. And because I hit, I know that there's a guaranteed hit for another one of these on the top of my deck. Which means I can just send more garbage back into your deck. So we'll just pop this one. And then
it's extremely rude.
I'm out 7, going back 7.
You're missing
a Pants.
Okay.
So going into my Climax phase, I will use the effects of both of these to give power here. This will be 2/5 swing. Well, I mean, I guess in the interest of guaranteeing that these live to the next turn. I don't know.
Just in case I counter one of them, just for vengeance.
Yeah. So we're going to put all the power on the Whitesnake.
Yeah.
And then these will direct. So I'm going to be 2/5, and since I fulfill the requirement in order to make the Kai just be base, he's just base. We'll go here first, since I'm pretty sure there's a cancel left in the deck. So this will be a front for 2. And it was on the bottom.
Alright, so I'm refreshing the other 7.
You remember that thing I said at the start of the video, how I don't think the level 1 combo is the star player of the deck?
Well, it's, when you cancel on one, it's,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, Tressa's Collectibles are big fans of uncancel bounce back.
Well, we're big fans when we get the bounce back.
Yeah.
Alright, now
one of us are always going to be the fan.
Yeah,
and the other one
direct
is...
attack for 2.
Okay. Cancel. Ooh, nice. And it is not on a Goldbar. So here on out, I am just happy to just cancel as much as possible compared to the previous turn where I was hoping to take some damage. Because as long as I have my Ram on the board and I find Goldbars, this is basically just my end game.
Refresh. We'll level the Giorno here. We're not digging for anything in particular off the top of our deck since our Pants Climax is already just chilling in our hand. And then we'll direct here for 2.
Okay. 2 sticks.
Go ahead.
Kai gets sent to the waiting room, and do I want to use his effect? I think I do, because I want to pitch a Lucifero in case I draw the Goldbar. So I can have 2 targets. Oh, that's not bad.
Faust is definitely a card.
Yeah, this acts as just a plan B if I don't draw the bar. So yeah, we'll just keep Faust then. Stand and draw. Whoop. All right. Well, this clock, we do want to see something. I'll draw 2. Okay. Well, this something is not a lot. It's a whole lot of nothing. So what are we doing here? I think I'm actually going to use the Ramlethal and maybe just go into pressure mode. I don't have the Goldbar, but it is a 2-so beater.
And a burn 1, maybe.
And a burn 1, maybe. And I do have the safety of the level 0 soul back row, which does give front hexproof. And worst case, he kills it, and I can just 3-stock. So that's not too shabby here. Let's see. Why am I even looking? Those are all 500 power.
Play.
I'm just like,
literally just play a card, and it probably kills these.
Should I or should I not? All right, let's play another Kai, and then we will go into our early play Faust for more other guilty. -1 level on play.
Well, you gotta pay 2 stock first.
Oh yeah, of course. On play pay 2, and then I discarded the 2/2 Baiken and healed a stock.
Cards in hand now?
4.
Okay.
We'll place this here so that our Faust and Ramlethal are both hexproof. And go into... Yeah, I want like this 2/2/1. I want the 1 for here. Okay. How many times is Randall going to cancel this turn?
I don't know.
We'll front.
See
what happens here. 4/3.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay. It's front attack. Oh, when I trigger a soul trigger, I'm going to give 15 here.
Making the editor work more. What is this? Oh my god.
Front! I'm going to give 15 here.
Front, right?
Front. front.
Okay.
Cards in hand?
4.
I'll front.
Okay. And this has the on attack burn.
On attack, top check. If it's a guilty or a gear.
I feel like you should have put this here.
Think so?
Yeah, because now this is 1 more damage that if you front, I can bounce off of.
Oh, true. Burn 1.
Take.
4/2.
There's no way I take all of that.
Not punished.
Oh my.
Never punished. Okay, your move.
This game is not very good. Draw? Well, let's clock this. Draw 2. Let's start with a brainstorm. We hit 1, we hit 2. 2.
Yeah, seems about right for a 7-deck refresh on good compression. 7 Climax refresh on good compression.
Do we get a Poochie? Is it a Poochie angle? I think so.
Okay.
And then we'll get a Jolene as well.
Sounds good.
So I definitely want to kill your Ramlethal. Just make you pay stock. Have less to use for other stuff. So we're going to play the Whitesnake just as a dude.
He's a dude.
And then we'll play 2 Poochies that we can use with the Climax that we just got. As for the boosts...
This is base.
Yeah.
So that's 6/7 with the Climax?
Yeah, I could make it tie. I could make it tie. Currently, this will be 11-5 after the Climax. Am I afraid of any Climax in particular? Or any counter in particular? Check your waiting room.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Yeah, just refreshed.
I think I care a lot more about making you guaranteed pay 3 stock with this. So I think we'll...
The faucet's just a guy.
Yeah. We'll just put all the power here, I think.
Okay, so he'll go up to, what, 13-5?
Yeah. And we'll start by attacking with the Whitesnake first. For 2.
Now, you want to attack with these later because you can potentially stack a...
Control climaxes and things like that.
Thing, right? Yeah, okay. That's 2.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, I want my last attack to be a Poochie combo because the first or second attack Poochies don't actually mean anything because whatever I leave on top is just going to end up getting triggered.
Yeah. But your last one you can't break.
I'm going to front I don't think it matters. This is level 3. I'll just front here first.
Sure.
For 2.
Level. And I don't have blue, but at the same time, this is an event.
That's a pretty good card.
So we'll put that there.
Alright, I'll use the effect of the Poochie Climax combo. At end of attack, I look at top 2. And then I put as many as I want on top of my deck or into my waiting room, and then reveal top card. If it is a character, it goes into my hand.
Yep.
And then we will front with this Poochie for 2.
Okay. Cancel.
And then we do the same thing. So we will add a level 0 Dio.
Okay.
And these are dead.
Cards in hand?
6.
Alright. And we know he does have the Jolene Climax ready, locked and loaded for next turn, so... Let's see if we actually want to 3-stock here. Let's think. How many in waiting room?
4.
I think I actually have pretty good lethal chances. Let me just double check this. On attack, pay 4, discard 2. If I 3-stock and I draw the Goldbar, play Climax combo, then I have 3 attacks, 1 ping 1, and I can potentially restand the Ramlethal. Alternatively, it would just be a matter of doing another burn 3. So I can pay 2, discard 1, burn 3, or pay 4, discard 2, to swing for 3, maybe burn another 1. I think either way, the method in which I get back a Ramlethal has to involve 3-stock anyways, because it's most likely going to be Brainstorm, and then just play a Ramlethal. Ramlethal doesn't have an on-play effect, so I don't have a Baiken on board, so I can just sack the Baiken and grab the 3-2 back, so I think the easy and simple way is just a 3-stock here.
Okay.
3-stock. And I'll let the Kai go.
Okay.
Stand and draw. Well, this is interesting. Three in waiting room. If I clock, I feel like I am committing to going for it.
I feel like if you're only 3 out, then you're in a pretty good position to just chill on that. Especially since I don't really have options in this deck to chew through compression.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking of a Ramlethal to the back row line, and then just attack 3 times.
And then it would retain your Ramlethal for the next turn.
Right. This is 11, right?
It is 10-5.
10-5, okay.
Yeah. So it just dies to Faust.
Okay, I think what we're going to do here is...
So no clock, right?
No clock.
Okay.
Let's see. It's do I bother trying to play around the on reverse? I could go for... Any line I go for kind of revolves around brainstorming in order to grab things from my waiting room, and that can potentially screw up my compression really bad. Because I was thinking of maybe like going for an Axo line, and then you just can't reverse me. But at the same time...
Okay, the thing is that the combo... So the combo doesn't require a reverse.
Yeah, it's just if there is a reverse character, you can additionally burn one.
Right. So I think it's more effort than you need to do, because if you were to go for the Axo line, you're hitting yourself for one just to make me not hit you for one with two combos.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so
I think if you're just committing to a do nothing line, you just literally just go for like a do nothing line.
This is 6k cross turn?
Yeah, it's always 6k as long as all of my board is traded.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you commit to a do nothing turn, then you like...
Yeah, you definitely just do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna peel the guy.
Okay. So would the goal here be to try to trigger a soul to make this go over, or do you want to go under?
I think I'm going to go over, because as is, I already have 2 slots for your 2 Jolings. And they're like, you're not going to get 3 Jolings, so I'm just going to count for 2. And I already have 2 reverses, so I might as well, I think, just have 3 lanes up.
Right.
At the same time, she is a side target, if I do like this. Which could backfire quite a bit. So maybe I do consider just crashing in anyways. And you can just have the guy. I was really trying to account for tying here, but I don't think I can. I have a Climax Swapper in my hand, which is also 6k, but I really need to hold that to have insurance for next turn.
Right.
So I think actually, I might just crash there. I could also just push up the soul. I don't think the soul does anything anymore.
Well, the main things that you're afraid of in this matchup are...
You have an anti-change counter, but then I'm level 3 already.
And it's here.
Yeah, and your 2-1 combo just doesn't even target.
Yeah.
So I don't really see a point, huh? There's the... It's not really doing anything anymore. And then I won't need to worry about like memory kick, because on your next turn Ramlethal should be like fairly big.
She gains power. She gains 3k from her combo, right?
She gains 3k, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just keep around for insurance, and then I think I will probably just go ahead and crash this, even if I do trigger.
Well, you can decide as we go.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and start now. We're gonna front attack. Well, front attack. Direct attack here.
Sure.
For 3, and I'll give 15 to the Faust.
Okay. Cancel.
Okay. In front here, he is 12-5 Goldbar.
I think this just depends on how much stock you will need next turn.
Yeah, I don't think I'll need stock. So here, I do have a line of thinking in which I don't blind stock. The reasoning being is, normally speaking, I wouldn't think much of it, but I am approaching a lower deck state in which refresh will occur, and if I blind stock a Climax, not only will this affect my ability to cancel here, but it also might affect my next deck. So I think I just want to disturb my deck as little as possible. And with the 5 stock here, I already do have enough for just triple.
The whole setup.
The whole setup
with the event as well.
Yeah. So let me think, like, if I do need anything else. No, right? Ramlethal I already have on board. Doesn't cost anything for Climax combo. Would it change if I had 6 stock instead of 5? I guess I would be able to do a burn 3 on top of the restand.
No, I think you're still able to do that even if...
With just 5?
Yeah. It's more dependent on your hand at that point, right? Because this requires discarding 2, and then you would have to you need Goldbar plus 2 for this, plus 3 for 3 Lucifero burns.
Yeah, that would be no problem.
Okay, well then in that case, I think you don't
just
stock
don't
here.
stock then. All right, so I will choose to not blind stock, and this is for 2.
Cancel.
Okay. And then we'll crash. Do I even? Yeah, I think I'll. I mean, I think I do want to push you to 3 here. So, all right, let's front for 1.
Well, I mean, like, I can go to 3 if I want anyway,
Yeah.
so.
But I don't want to give you the option of not going to.
Sure. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of this guy. Okay.
Alright, your go.
Draw for turn. Alright. 1, 2. There's 2 Jolenes here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to clock this because I know I'm about to heal it off with a Jolene.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2. So we're always playing a Jolene for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll play that and we'll heal. I'm going to play Weather Report.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the last one. Okay. So on play, we can...
if you have experience 6.
Draw 2, and then put 1 from our hand to stock.
Yeah. It's crazy effect.
We'll just put this guy to stock.
Oh, so it's a guy. Information.
Okay, dude.
Alright. What next? What an interesting game state we have here.
Next, I'm going to brainstorm. Theoretically, there is a world where I hit Jolene plus a Climax, and I'm able to salvage a second copy, and I have a Mista hand to stock in my hand, so I would be able to get enough stock to do double combo.
Hey, Mister. Yeah, play to your outs. That's what it's all about. Here you are.
All right. Oh, that's not good. All right, we did not hit. So I think in this case, we will just not give you another side target in order to... or put Jolene in the front to not give you another side target, and then go with this.
Sounds good.
I think that's all we can really do. So I'll just give all the power here to the Weather Report.
Yep.
He gets 500 power for each of my other characters, plus 1k from this, plus 1k from this, plus 1k from Climax. And that will be a lot.
Yep.
All right.
Much more than my 9.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't kill you though, but we will do what we can.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the problems of the Enrico Pucci combo, is just that like your selectivity is abysmally low. And so you are reliant on things like hitting choice or hitting brainstorms to get what you need. I might have maybe misprioritized a little bit on the last turn, but I don't think that with 4 Climaxes in your deck, I would even be able to kill with double Jolene, so I think this is just like pretty whatever. Let's go with direct first for choice.
It's me, deal.
So if I pay 1 combo, I would be going down to 4 stock. I think we'll just stock this guy for 3.
Awesome.
Okay. Now we'll go with a front here for 3. Okay.
Oh,
I have no target for 4.
Okay, cancel.
All right. I will pay 1, discard 2,
End of attack.
discard 2 of these guys, burn 4, and then burn 1.
Cancel, and then because I'm reversed, burn 1. One's good.
And then front for 3, 4.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel.
Okay.
Alright, draw for turn.
All right. I am pretty sure I'm like guaranteed
Super
dead.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I am going back with the other 7.
Yeah.
And just for insurance, let me just confirm that I do have Lucifero's. Yeah, okay. There you go. point. No need to clock. We have all the resources we need, so we'll just push up Ramlethal. And yeah, that should be good. 1k1. Ramlethal will activate when I play the Climax and she's in center stage. I can put a Guilty Gear character from my memory into my wait room. If I do, activate the following ability twice, declare where I'm searching from or salvaging from, and summon 2 Luciferos. So I'm gonna summon and summon again. And the Luciferos have a Climax combo. If I have the Ramlethal level 3 on board, where I can on attack pay 2, discard 1, burn 3, and then they get 6k. And then when I have a Climax on board, they also just get 2, 5, and 1. So they're all going to be swing for 3 base here. There you go. Alright, let's start with what happens here. So frontal attack, Climax combo, pay 2, pitch 1, burn 3.
Take 3.
And this is trigger for 3.
Alright, let's see how far we can go. Okay.
Alright, let's see how far we can go.
Let's see how high my experience can get.
Can we fit in a restand here? I guess we'll
you just have to attack here first.
So we'll restand around with them, yeah?
No. You just attack here, and then you do this.
Well, this activates on attack, no? So
yeah, so you attack here.
For 5.
You attack, you go to 5. You attack here, you pay all 5. And then you...
Well, pay 4.
Well, I mean, like, you pay 4
so
plus
goes down to 1, and then trigger for 2, and then I restand, and then
no, you do the burn, and you go down to 0. And then you trigger, go up to 1. And then you attack the second time, you pay 1, and you go back down to 0, and you trigger, you go back to 1.
Let me just play it out.
Am I missing something?
It's pay 4, no?
Yes. So you're attacking and you're getting a stock right now.
Yeah, so that's 5. And then on attack, I need to pay 4. I can also pay 2.
Is it 2? Oh, it is 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Right, front.
So then you should do this right now, right? The event.
Well, no, I was thinking that I could restand and then I could burn on the second attack, right? Because that would work. That would work. I just can't burn on the first one. That's what I was confused about.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So front on attack reveal top. Nope. Sure.
Yeah, this whole time I don't know why I was thinking this was pay 1.
Oh, that'd be crazy. I'll give 15 here.
Okay.
And this is for 4.
No, why am I canceling?
All right, front on attack, pay 4, discard 2, flip this face down, restand, trigger 4.
If you restood this, you would have missed both burns. Okay.
I'll stand by here.
Okay, Peko.
Alright, front, on attack, pay 2, discard 1, burn 3.
For 4.
For 4. I can't even get you to level 5.
He can't even get me
I can't even get you to level 5.
Yeah. So on the last turn, I definitely like super tunneled on just like I'm at level 3. I could be just going for finisher this turn. But like what I really should have done was I should have 3-stocked the Whitesnake that you killed and then played the Climax.
Yeah, because if you know that you can't go for Climax combo to kill me that turn, the only best thing you can do is to not die. And in that case, if you did get the Whitesnake back, then my Ramlethal wouldn't have been able to Climax combo at all.
Yeah.
The most I could probably do is...
Well, you could still do...
I could restand Ramlethal.
With burn 1.
But that's a lot less lethal than burn 1, swing, burn 3, swing, burn 3, swing, restand. Which... It's basically just guaranteed lethal with your configuration. Yeah, I think it's just a measurement of what gives you the most odds to win the game. And I think despite our inclination of hey, hit level 3, let's just go for combo. We have the Climax already. It might have been better to play the defensive line. Yeah. Yeah, outside of that, your level 0 game, or your level 1 game was unfortunately a bit awkward as you did miss Climax combo on that turn. So it was this really odd situation where you just played a bunch of the 1-0 500 guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think that having that as an alternative plan is also really good.
It is really good, yeah. Especially since you can just cleanly get directs. So that's a card that you want to prioritize quite a bit. especially if you don't have Climax combo, and it synergizes as well because you can open up lanes for directs, so you can push damage. So it's as if you got the same damage output as like a 1k one, except you don't have a Climax. So
yeah, the turning point I felt for me was after I went from 2-0 to 2-5, and then I clocked and I drew 2 Climax, and so I was in a position where like, okay, so I brainstormed and I hit 2 at that point, and then I was like 2 in like quite a bit of deck left still. Like I think I had like 9 or so deck, and so I feel like from that position, I think that like you didn't know that I had another Climax in my hand, so you would think that I still have 3 Climax left in deck. But I think from that position, it would have potentially been a lethal kill if you went for normal Ramlethal combo on that turn. Because like from that point, after I drew the 2 Climaxes, I was just in a position where this deck just does not naturally have enough mill to like actually make it out. And so I just have to pray that my Enrico Pucci combo...
You kind of just have to leave it there.
Yeah, I was actually hoping that on the second one that I see 2 clean cards.
And then you can just build them both.
I can... Well, I can mill both and then like reveal top, and if it's a character, then I add it, and if not, then it's like I'm canceling anyway.
Yeah.
But it was 1 character, 1 Climax, so I wasn't able to go through as many cards as I would have liked. And then the only other way that I really could have gone through cards was to either hit myself and pay resources, which is like not super great, or just like do another brainstorm, and I was already pretty low on stock, so I just don't think it was a very great position.
Yeah. I think you played that turn reasonably well, given that you knew that I refreshed with all my Goldbar, so you had to put me on just drawing the Goldbar in my 3 draws. And turns out I didn't, so I had like a pretty, you know, a fairly suboptimal damage output turn, which is just like... I mean, I guess I still push damage with like 1-2-2-1 with the Baiken, or not Baiken, the false Ramlethal, but if I had found the Goldbar, you're correct, then that like it could have just killed, but... At that point, what could you have done, right? You kind of just have to take the risk for it. Yeah, on my end, despite being out a bunch of Climaxes, I think the game plan worked out pretty well. Since my lists, or this list that I put together a while back, does run 4 copies of Jacko, I was pretty confident in being able to just pitch one, since you only do need 1, and then if I do find an extra standby, I can standby her out and start calming at 0, which is what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure about this card. I was testing this card a long time ago, back when GGST first came out, and I was just experimenting with different level 0 lines, and I think this was one of the solutions to being like, I just want to be really, 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 really aggressive, and the Axle does help me do that. And then it would also help me like loop Jacko at level 0, technically, you know, or some I don't know. I think it was just like, I want to see 4 Bell. I'm just going to run 4 Bell. I want to see Bell opening hand every game. Yeah, outside of that, I think the deck is going to be pretty standard. Maybe try to add like the new, what is that? The Bridget counter maybe. But yeah, I did have the anti-change counter, or not the anti-change, the refresh counter in my hand the whole time. So you were right in putting all the power into your Whitesnake, because otherwise I could have just countered it and saved it. So that was the correct call and line of play for sure. But yeah, I think that's about it.
No, this one is anti-change. The free fresh is the Bridget.
Oh, the free fresh is Bridget. This is anti-change. Free fresh is Bridget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2/5 power counter. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
You know, knowing that we're only playing this game, this deck for 1 game on the channel, because we do have a lot of other decks prepared for you guys, but I do think that this deck is a lot of fun just because you have so many really strange cards that you literally don't see anywhere else. Like, this card is literally nowhere else. This card is nowhere else. Like, there's a card in, like, Project Sekai that's very similar, but it goes to stock instead, which is completely different.
Yeah, and then it's also a Death Gun, but, I mean, that Death Gun does see some weird play here and there, but Sword Art is not super relevant right now, so.
Does the Death Gun also go back to hand? Or is
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the exact same effect.
Okay. I blame that it's red, then.
Yeah, red is a color. Yeah, I think we'll talk more about this when we wrap up our gameplay videos, but I do really like JoJo's whack effects that it has in its card pool. So we're going to show you a lot of those those cool deck builds and stuff in the upcoming videos. But I think that's just one of the reasons why, like, even if you don't like JoJo's, like, I'm personally not super, like, into the JoJo's franchise, you know, just like an anime / manga wise, but I definitely had a lot of fun brewing decks here just because, like Randall said, there are just so many cool effects that you just don't see anywhere else that you get the opportunity to use in, like, a really solid shell. It's not as if, like, you're playing with effects that came out in a set 5 years ago, and if you want to play those effects, you have to play, like, a really bad shell. Like, JoJo has all the modern tools that you need to kind of just have fun with whatever text and cool things that you want to try out. So, and this is not going to be the only time I'm going to be featuring JoJo's after this block. I do think that there's a lot of anti-meta stuff here that we can test out. So I will be probably bringing JoJo back and future content block videos. So for the time being, we are going to put the Choice Pants deck away. And unfortunately, it was not a super great showcase of, like, the highs of the deck.
I do think that this deck is the kind that takes a really good game and, like, takes it, like, to the next level, just because, like, you have cards that literally reward you for already having a good game, like this level 1. But then when you have the low games, you get something like what we saw here, which to be fair wasn't, like, unplayable either.
It was just a bunch of very, like, oh, I guess this is my turn type of feelings of turns. But yeah, we're excited to bring you guys a couple more games for JoJo Part 3, Part 6 coming up. But until next time, this has been Game 1 of our JoJo content block. Mike and Randall here, sign off. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Later.